Alright, so I'm gonna talk about congruence and what it means to be really yourself. Even though, like everybody else in the world, if you ask anything, any help with social advice, anything like that, people are just gonna. I don't know if they say it like that, but most people used to say it like be yourself. And if you were like me, like I used to be once, it isn't that easy. And I'm gonna cover some pitfalls, some problems that you will run into, that you will eventually overcome, that will take a lot of time and maybe years. Definitely years. This is not a fast process by any means. Okay, so let's start off. You first of all realize that you, me, everyone else, like a human being, is a social animal, and that means like we are meant to be in tribes. We are meant to connect with people, talk to people in general. And what that means is like in our tribe, there's always a rank hierarchy. There's always alpha males, beta males type of thing. So in general, like how human beings used to be, there used to be like at least, I'm pretty sure only one alpha like in smaller tribes and a lot of beta males. So that one alpha would be the one that will be getting like pretty much everything in the tribe first, in choice of like food, women, resources, and everything. And the beta males would come behind uh, to like pro- kind of like what would be a better example? I would definitely recommend you to read The Way of Men by Jack Daniels. I think what that's his name. But it like covers the concept of alpha male and beta males better than I can explain at this moment. But what I mean to say is like we are built to be in a hierarchical system and hierarchical system. So when whichever environment you walk into, whether it's a school environment, a college environment, your job, there is always going to be a hierarchy. There's always going to be some people that are above you, some below you. Maybe you are at the top, then you are the alpha, whatever, alpha male, female of the tribe. But there is always going to be a hierarchy. So what happens when you are someone that asks be yourself? That means you are likely struggling with social situations, and that means you are not the alpha, because if you were the alpha, you wouldn't have to ask these questions, and that's not a bad thing per se. I'll tell you why. I'll cover this in a minute. But first, just understand that your brain decides the hierarchy, right? And it's not something fixed in the ground, fixed in the ground, set in the stone or something. It's completely changeable. So if you are a beta in one tribe, you can be alpha in another tribe. If you are in beta in one tribe, you can be an alpha, like rise up to be an alpha in the same tribe over some time period by doing some certain things. That is definitely possible. But the question then becomes how, right? One of the easiest things, like modern societies have like helped us, like not modern societies, the way we have evolved is we look at the qualities of the person we are talking to. And this is something I covered in my last video of how to win at social situations. So if just think of an alpha, just think of someone that is your boss, maybe in a job or something, maybe a politician that is very high up. Just look at the videos of like presidents or something, USA presidents or like presidents of any country, prime ministers, whatever. You will get the point that the way they speak, the way they carry themselves, says a lot. And if you put the same person in a completely foreign environment, if their mind thinks they are the alpha, they will act like the alpha, and that means they will get treated like the alpha. It's a famous saying from Pickup. It's act like a rock star, get treated like a rock star. And that means if we have no other way to verify what you are saying other than looking at your actions. So if a person comes up and acts like an alpha, I'm gonna assume he's an alpha, right? If he speaks in a breaking report tonality, if he takes up space, both physically and like tonality wise, voice wise, if he looks people in the eye when they're talking with a big ass smile, and if he feels like really good within himself, we can feel it off that person, right? And you probably know, you likely 100% you know someone like that. Maybe it is you. Small chance if you're watching this video, it will be you if you carry on your improvement path with the right mentors and guidance and everything. But the thing stands, the way you act is how you get treated, and that means, wait, what was the topic again? What? Yeah, so the topic is something to do with alphas, right? Or social animals, right? So being yourself, right? You want to be yourself. The thing is, the biggest problem that is stopping you from being yourself is your brain thinks you are not the alpha, right? So that means you just have to make your brain believe that. You can either be delusional, you can be delusional, you can be completely mad and just think that you're an alpha, like run affirmations all the day. That might work out, but there's another way. You take actions to become the alpha. You do stuff that gives you status. You get maybe that could be like getting money in the tribe, working higher in the corporate ladder or whatever, right? But there's another easy way. Just act like an alpha. Just speak like an alpha. Just speak in a louder tonality. Look people in the eye, smile when, like, have a good time. And that is not easy. That comes with years and years of believing in your own faculties, believing in your own self, and believing in the fact that what you say is right. And that is, I'll tell you why it's definitely a bad thing if you are bad socially. Because if you are bad socially, you would likely have a lot of unattractive features. You might be a negative person, not negative in a bad way, just negative in the way that you do stuff that doesn't serve you, right? I want you to remove any and all sorts of judgment about yourself and about people in general, because judgmentalism is a very bad thing regardless of who you are. Anyway, so on to the fact, we are social animals. Now the thing is, the simplest way to get to become an alpha is to get experiences. In my opinion, it's to get experiences, to travel the world, maybe if you have the funds, or just travel locally in your country. Meet people every day, meet new people every day, talk to people, get experiences, do new stuff every day, push your comfort zone every day, and that will mean that you will be anxious a lot of times, because you will be constantly like putting yourself out of like comfort zones, and that is completely okay, that is completely fine. That means you are growing, because if you are not growing, you are dying, my friend. So you are a social animal. The more people you talk to, the more data your brain gets, the more you can your brain, like a subconscious mind, will optimize you to act in the right ways. So let's say you talk to like 100 people, you do the things that you usually do right now, but you find out, okay, if I say it like this, if I say this, that, I will get this kind of reactions. If you talk to 1,000 people, you will get a lot more data. Now your brain knows what to do, what not to do, assuming you are a socially functioning human being that actually is seeing like the results of your own actions, instead of being like apathetic to them, like a sociopath or a, I don't know, social artist or something. Then you will have a lot of more work to do, definitely. I'm not saying it's definitely, it is completely possible, even if you are like on the spectrum. I think a lot of people are. Even if you are on the spectrum, you can definitely get to reach the highest levels. There is no issue. You just start from a little, I think a little more below like level, compared to if normal people start at level 10, you are probably starting at level 2 3. It like depends on your spectrum level, or like how you are. Anyway, the more people you talk to, the more experience your brain gets. There's another shortcut. You can look at what the alphas do and try to replicate it in like social situations, and you try it so many times that it becomes like a unconscious habit, right? Because first you do it consciously, then it becomes an unconscious habit. Then once you do that enough times your brain gets the data. Okay, I act like an alpha, I acted like an alpha with 1,000 people, they treated like me like an alpha. 1,000 people, wherever I go, I get treated like an alpha. I am an alpha now. But this is not easy by any means. This means constantly pushing your comfort zone. This means talking loudly, a little loudly. Maybe you don't have to like scream at the top of your lungs, nothing like that, but you can always like push your boundaries by maybe say 10%, whatever you are, like kind of comfortable, comfortable, but not like completely uncomfortable. So if you are speaking like this right now, right, how I am speaking in like social situations, and you want to like improve it, just improve your tonality like this, because I'm speaking in a much more higher tone right now, right? It is a conscious thing that you can definitely do, like how I'm looking in the camera right now. When I used to start, like when I used to record videos back in a year ago, I didn't used to post it, but like when I used to do it, I used to look all the way here, because focusing right on the camera is a very hard thing, just like focusing right on the eyes. Now this is just me, I mean this is a lot of people in general, but you might relate that when you look at people, when you look at the faces, you probably look at their general face area, so around here, or you maybe look at their nose or something to give the impression that you are looking at their eyes. But it's very important that you switch in between and look people in the eyes, like get used to it. It is a very powerful habit. Just like eyes are the gateway to the human soul or anything, something like that. Look people in the eye, maybe right eye, left eye, you don't have to bounce around, but look people in the eye, get used to it. You don't have to be a creep and just stare at them like this. That would be crazy. That would be so kind of like autistic in a stupid way. But yeah, look people in the eye, get used to it. Talk loudly, smile, genuinely smile. Not like this. Don't smile like this. Like have a genuine smile, like how I'm smiling right now, right? You can learn this. You can learn everything on command, and read up social situations. One of the best, a few best people I can probably guide you to is look up Iris D, or learn pickup in general if you are a man. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, look up channels of Owen Cook, who is like RSD Tyler, Julian, The Jeffy Show, or like Jeffy Allen. Who else? Who else? Charisma King, Kshitij, Iron Man Lifestyle. If you are in India, is there anything else? Yeah, there are a lot of like actual channels on social skills that will tell you how to improve, but one caveat, one very important caveat. If you're like me, if you like to learn a lot, please do not, for God's sake, watch like hundreds and hundreds of hours of content. Do not do that. That will overload your brain. Like right now, how I'm so like self-aware about situations. Like it's such a bad thing when I'm in a situation when I'm talking to a girl. I am so consciously aware of everything I'm doing, and it isn't that much. It puts you in your head, basically. It puts you in your head. It doesn't help you function to your highest potential, because you are always juggling all this, like, oh, I should do this, I should do that. Don't do that. Pick something, one specific thing, focus on that until it becomes like a conscious habit. Then pick the next thing, move on, move on, move on. It is a slow process. It will take a lot of time. It will take you to go. Maybe if you don't have access to a lot of people, like in general, if you don't work somewhere where it's like you talk to a lot of people, go out, talk to people on the street, or like anywhere you can meet people in general. If you just set apart days where you go out and just talk to strangers in general, it is a very freeing thing. You will get to you will at first have to overcome your anxiety. Then you will get to practice everything one by one, because you will have such an unlimited sample size to test with. Like once you see a person on the street and they're gone, you're never going to see them again. Never. If you live in a decent or to big size city, you are never, it's very unlikely, unless you go to one specific spot, maybe where they work or something. Don't do that. Go to some generalized area like a mall or like a famous street or something where a lot of people walk by, or shopping street or whatever. You'll meet a lot of people. You'll go to clubs. Go to clubs at night. Go to clubs, bars, wherever people hang out to have fun. Go talk to people. Those people are there to have fun. It will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of learnings. Yeah, learn from the guys. Just like I told you, like RSD and everything. But you are social animal. The more people you talk to, the more better you will get. And just like how I'm speaking right now, right? I talked to like about 8 videos, or I don't know how many videos I've been talking to and uploading. I've uploaded a lot less than what I've recorded because my recording always gets fucked up. But you can see, right? I'm not speaking I'm not letting in gaps. My thought patterns or like stream of thought is like consistent. I'm looking at the camera, I'm speaking, it's like coming out right away. That is something you can definitely like improvise. But one general tip though, when you talk to people, you can like I don't know why I'm saying this, but when you talk to people, speak a little slowly. Don't speak as fast as me because this is a video. I'm not talking to you, the person. You are not sitting in front of me. I'm speaking to a camera right now, so I can speak fast. And you generally don't want me to speak slowly like this, right? That will take a lot of your time, and you will probably have to fast forward the video to 1.5, 1.8. But yeah, you get the point. Learn from the best. Look at actors. Look at what they do, how they act. Learn humor. You even just to be yourself, you have to understand who you are in the first place. That means you will have to try out a lot of different things from a lot of different people, and you will see what clicks with you, and you will stick with them. That will become a much more solidified and much more better version of yourself. And you might be a bit boring person at start, but once you go through all the steps I mentioned, your social skills is going to skyrocket. Another thing is like, wait, what was it? I kind of forgot. I should speak about it right away. Yeah, so talk to a lot of people, get a lot of experience, and once you are like completely at ease at talking to random people, strangers, wherever you go, make it a habit. There's no such thing as introverted or extroverted. I mean, there is, but it just means like you get introvert. I'm an introvert. I get energy from. I'm completely fine sitting in the room all day. I mean, I don't want to nowadays. I generally want to go out and talk to people because it's so much fun. But I'm completely fine as an introvert, right? I just the idea of like staying around people like all day is kind of exhausting for me. I need a lot of time for myself. But you get what I'm saying, right? You can learn a lot of stuff regardless of whether you are an introvert or you're extrovert. You have to polish your parts of your personality to better fit yourself. And the more the more data you get, the more data you give your mind. When you go out, you talk to a lot of people, you talk to everyone you see. Whenever you get the chance, your mind will think you are the alpha. You will start behaving like the alpha. That means your mind will open up more. It won't think it is in a dangerous, vulnerable place, and that means it will give you access to be much more free. It's like, when you are with your friends, when you are with your good group of friends, you are just funny, you are just laughing, you are expressive, you are flowing, your words are coming out right? That's because your mind thinks it's in a completely safe place. And what happens if you can bring the same energy over to anywhere you go? That means one of the easiest way is to just talk to everyone. When you walk into a room, if it's your job or whatever, say hi, talk to everyone, make small conversations. Like, don't put up a fake front. Don't be like, hey, hello, just to be safe here. Hey, hello. Express what you feel. And really express what you feel. And once your mind sees, okay, I am being myself and they are completely fine and I'm not dying, I'm not getting attacked, it will open up. It will give you much more expressive range, and you will become the alpha of that place regardless of whether you are the boss or the janitor or whatever. You get the point? So yeah, being yourself, you might be unattractive, so that means you have to polish parts of yourself and learn from the best. See what works for you, what doesn't. Go out and talk to a lot of people. Give your mind data that you are completely fine even after talking to people. Oh yeah, the most important thing. Jim Rohn said the five people you hang around with is who you get to be. Like who you surround yourself is who you become, right? And that means if you surround yourself with people that are really good socially, you are going to become really good socially. That is exactly what I experienced back in school. My friends were extroverted, and I got to like pick up the qualities. I could see, like, not consciously, but I would see people doing certain things, and I would incorporate them in my own behavior, and I would do them. I would get the same reaction. Eventually, I ended up making a lot of people my friends. Not everyone liked me, but a lot of people were my friends. Not like close friends, but a lot of people were my friends in school. And that only happened because I initially surrounded myself with the people. Like, whoever you are hanging out with, pick up the good qualities, learn from them, look at them, look at the bad qualities, see what they are doing, what doesn't work, learn from people. Have an eye out. If your friends right now are completely socially as bad as you, I would definitely tell you to make an effort to make friends. Give out value. Don't be a leecher. Don't be like, oh my god, please do teach me and shit like that. Just hang around with me. No, be a person of value, and you have to understand it, how to give out value and everything. Go up, look up YouTube. Maybe I will cover another video on this in the future, but give out value. Be a fun person to hang around with. Make friends with people that are outgoing socially, that are extroverted. Hang around them. Actually make time to hang around with them. Make time to spend with them, just one on one, or maybe you do things together in activities or whatever, where you hang out together. And the way when your brain like sees their subconscious behavior and how they are getting reacted to by other people, your brain will pick up those stuff and you will start to incorporate them in your own behavior. That is very key. That will like shortcut your learning process so much more. And that is like generally why, if you have a parents who are like socially very good, you are also going to be socially very good. And that is something kind of a head start in some cases for some people. But don't like put all your basket in that. Do all the things I mentioned in the video, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so like I said, it takes time, right? It takes time because you slowly start to believe in your own value. You slowly start to believe in your own value. You slowly start to believe that you are completely fine the way you are, so you can act out the way you actually are. um, Pretty much it. One general note though, I don't think anyone covers this ever. Once you do this social behaviors, once you learn new social behaviors, try this out, you will come across a lot of people that you find attractive, that you find fun to hang out with, and maybe on the street, wherever, cold approach or whatever, you will find them. You will try out a lot of things that you learned in these videos, and it will at times end up backfiring because it didn't work out, and that means that person will go away and you will feel bad about it. And it is completely normal. It is completely normal to lose people. It is completely normal. To It is just part of the process. The more people you meet, the more people you will lose, the more people you will gain. Right? It's a balance. If you're doing things right, eventually you'll start gaining a lot of people. You'll start making a lot of new friends, potential romantic partners, whatever, and you will excel at socially, at being yourself, being the best ideal version of yourself. Oh yeah, also improve your money, body, work, whatever. You have to improve like everything at once, instead of just going down socially, which you can do if you make it your work, if you are getting paid. Otherwise, don't just be a social like addict and go out all day being broke or whatever. Not recommended. It's definitely not. You need to have some value on the back end. But yeah, pretty much that covers it. Let me know if you have any comments, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.